I have a confession to make. I know nothing about the original Hunger Games trilogy. I know we all, okay, not all of us, but like, I know there was a good chunk of our generation that went through a very specific phase of loving like the Hunger Games, Harry Potter, Twilight. I never really got there. I think I was on like a different side of the internet at the time. I know the general idea of the Hunger Games. I've seen the first movie. I know the gist of what happens. Like, you know, 2 kids from each district are put into an arena to fight to the death, and they get money. What do they get? It doesn't matter. The point is, I've never read any of the Hunger Games books. I know. I'm sorry, I've never read any of the Hunger Games books. Well, until today. You know, as y'all know, I'm super hyped about the FNAF movie coming out oh my god, it comes out next week when I'm filming. Oh my god. But I got recommended a trailer for the new Hunger Games prequel movie that's coming out next month, called The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I watched the trailer, immediately was like, knowing nothing, by the way, I was immediately like, this looks interesting, I'm hyped, let's go. And again, I am aware, after reading the book, I'm aware that Cornelius Snow is a bad guy. But like, they didn't have to make him hot. I've seen so many people on the internet be like, now y'all don't go simp just because the actor is hot. Okay, we're all gonna do it, okay? Stop. I get, he's a bad guy. He's a bad person. He's a bad man. I'm putting shame on him. But he's a fictional character. I don't know.
He's charged with felony domestic assault. Isn't he just so dreamy? I mean, just...
Anyways, there's more to it than just him. You know, he was just a plus that he was, you know, hot. But, I was like, you know what? Let me get on this hype train and let me go buy the book. As someone who knows nothing about who Cornelius Snow really is, besides him being like the president of the Capitol from the first movie, this was interesting because he's so... I don't know. There's a lot to be said about him in this book. Probably the, like, one thing, most, like, big thing I will be talking about in this video is going to be his relationship with Lucy Gray, which was not a relationship, by the way. It's a big red flag that we should all look out for in the movie. Will say I did read the back of it first, and it does say something about like him having feelings for Lucy Gray, and I was like, oh my god, romance? I'm a sucker for a good romance, so I was like, okay, maybe? No, I was wrong. I was wrong. I was so badly wrong. I'm so sorry. So Cornelius goes to the Capitol School, and it's like the 10th annual Hunger Games, and they're starting a new thing where they have seniors from the Capitol School mentor one of the tributes from each district. And Cornelius gets assigned Lucy Gray, which is a girl from District 12, which is funny because literally the person who destroys him 64 years later is a girl from District 12. They go into the Hunger Games, they win, Lucy Gray survives, but they find out that Cornelius cheated to win, to like save her, and so he gets punished by going to be a peacekeeper at District 12, where Lucy Gray is originally from. Now, in Snow's mind at this point, he's like, oh shoot, like I don't need the Capitol, like all I need is Lucy Gray, love prevails all, right? And I was like, okay, slay. No, that's not what happened. Turns out Lucy Gray has a life outside of him, and he couldn't handle that. So a lot happened while he was in District 12 for a really short period of time. He murdered 3 people, well, technically murdered 2, betrayed 1 that got him killed, and then ran away with Lucy in like an attempt to escape them finding out that he killed 3 people. Well, him and Lucy Gray run away together in the woods. Not 30 minutes into his flippin' new life, he's like, you know what? I don't think I want this. I can't stand fly. I can't stand the heat. Mans couldn't stand it, so he was debating in the cabin, like, how do I tell my girlfriend that I need to leave and I want to go back because I'm not really feeling this plan anymore? He's like, you know what? He kind of goes into a little bit of a panic spiral in this cabin for like 3 pages, and then he decides, he realizes that Lucy probably has figured out that he killed or betrayed like his friend and killed those 2 other people. So he's like, you know what? I have to kill her now. And so he starts chasing her in the woods with a gun. We never know if he actually like shoots her. Like he shoots all these bullets around and like he thinks he like hurt her like whimper at one point. But we never see Lucy Gray again after she runs away in the woods. And we just don't know if she's dead or alive. And that's how the book ends. Oh yeah, and then Cornelius gets everything he wants at the end of the book. And I'm like, wow. And through the whole book, I was screaming because it was so funny. Every time a Mockingjay would come up, he'd like, those freaking birds. I hate those stupid birds. I have a lot of feelings about Snow and Lucy Gray and how I've also seen a lot of debate online about like, did he actually love her? Did he love the idea of her? For my own heart and like happiness to enjoy most of this book, I'm gonna say for my sake, at some point in time, I think he did like genuinely really like her. I don't know if he loved her because love is strong. I think he liked her and was like also maybe like a close proximity thing. I think he probably liked her at a time, and at some point when he lost like everything in the capital, only thing he thought he still had was Lucy Gray, so that was the only reason he went to her, because to be honest, she's all he had, and so that was the only thing he could really do at the time. But when he got a better offer, he said, you know what, peace, I'm gone. And that's what happened. I mean, this book is basically Snow's I was gonna say origin story, but it's actually just his villain origin story. My ex-girlfriend like thought I killed people, and like I did, but like I don't get why she's upset about it. In the end, Snow loved power more and he loved himself more, so he was always going to choose himself over Lucy Gray, who, speaking of Lucy Gray, I think Lucy Gray genuinely was not that into him at first and was only flirting with him because she did like flirt with him a little bit in the Capitol. I think she was only flirting with him because she was like, well, I might die, so like might as well see what happens. But maybe at some point I think she also was like, you know what, you're not too bad, I might like you. So I feel like she just felt very betrayed in the woods after she I feel like she figured it out as they were walking and was like, oh, she's smart. I mean, she won the Hunger Games, so I mean, Cornelius only did so much. She's smart, she's a victor. Trust me, she gonna be fine if she survived in the woods from Cornelius's attack. She's fine. She didn't die, she's fine. In conclusion about my rant, about the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, which by the way is such a beautiful title for this, and I love it dearly. It is mwah. Anyways, I'm excited for November 17th to go to the theaters again and see this movie. I'm really excited about it. I'm excited to see all of the scenes that I really enjoyed in the book come to life. And what I've seen from the trailers, it looks really, really accurate, so I'm super excited. And if you're a Hunger Games fan, this is my proper apology to you, and that I called Snow hot. Okay, bye.